On the morning of March 22, 2014 at approximately 10:37 a.m., a massive portion of hillside above the rural community of Steelhead Haven near Oso, Washington, collapsed. Within seconds, a wall of mud, rock, trees and debris surged down the North Fork of the Stillaguamish River Valley, engulfing homes, roads and lives. The slide covered about 1 square mile, obliterated nearly 50 homes and structures, and blocked State Route 530. Some reports measured debris up to 70 feet deep in places.
Eyewitnesses described the disaster as a roaring tsunami of earth. One firefighter said the collapsed hillside looked like it had been put in a blender and dropped on the ground. Geologists estimate around 18 million tons of soil, sand and debris rushed down the slope, reaching speeds over 60 miles per hour and covering terrain in seconds. The hillside had a history of instability, yet when it broke, even locals said there was no time to escape. The runout was fast, relentless, and deadly.
When the debris came through, 43 people lost their lives in one of the deadliest landslides in U.S. history. Entire families vanished. Dogs, cars, trees and houses were carried away as though they never existed. The community of Oso awoke to ruin, debris furrowed across the valley, streets vanished, and survivors stunned in disbelief.
Rescue teams mobilized immediately: sheriffs, firefighters, National Guard units, volunteers. Conditions were brutal: thick sludge, unstable ground, blocked roads, and the threat of further slides. Search operations lasted days. Some survivors were pulled from the mud hours after the slide, but many homes were entirely destroyed, making recovery efforts heartbreaking and tough.
Multiple factors combined. A recent period of heavy rainfall had saturated the hillside. The geology of the slope was unstable: glacial sediments, previous slide zones and river erosion at the base weakened the hillside over decades. The North Fork Stillaguamish River had undercut the toe of the slope, reducing support. Although warning signs existed, predicting exactly when and how the collapse would occur proved impossible.
In the months and years that followed, the valley began to rebuild. Homes were bought out in high-risk zones, memorials were erected, the landscape was forever changed. But for survivors and the community, the trauma remained: the sound of rushing mud, the loss of neighbors, the question of what if.
Natural hazards like landslides may hide in plain sight in terrains long considered stable. Saturated slopes, history of instability, and human settlement in vulnerable zones multiply risk. Emergency preparedness, early warning, and land use planning matter deeply. Communities can rebuild, but loss of life is irreversible.
As you imagine the peaceful valley near Oso now, quiet except for the wind through cedars and the river's flow, remember, in a moment, everything changed. The slope broke. The earth rushed. Lives ended. Houses vanished. And the world looked on, learning that even in a rural, seemingly tranquil place, nature's power can be sudden, unstoppable, and unforgettable.